Well, late night pizza. Hey, comrades, it's me. So as I was driving home in the dark tonight, I had the idea for this video. And I thought we'd converse on the idea of love and beingness. Some say love is a chemical reaction. And some say it's a human experience. Some say it's even the currency of the universe itself. Regardless on which side you might lean to, it seems impossible to avoid altogether, right? Am I right? What nobody really talks about is beingness instead of love. So how can beingness replace love? I mean, what does that even mean? Perhaps the notion of love is that of an unconscious nature. One that still has a meaning, such as I love my wife, I love my kids, my dogs, etc. But that feeling has always felt so simplistic in a sense. Bounded by limitation, driven by the mind and ego. It's almost more of an idea, an emotion, or even obsession. Beingness is reconnecting with the soul and shining wherever you go. It's like being everywhere at once, feeling connected to everything. It takes the meaning of love to higher levels and totally surpasses the mind. In fact, the mind can't even go there. You have to drop all words, thoughts, emotions, or you'll fall from heaven again. The original sin, so to say. Hey, if you like what you're hearing here and you want to hear more words of wisdom, do me a favor, because I have a favor to ask. Hit that like button below, as it helps more people get this information. And click the subscribe button to follow along, because things are just getting started, and you're going to want a front row seat for what's coming. Trust me. So back to it. The mind really isn't an enemy. The monkey mind, we're not going to call it an enemy, but it's something that you do want to work on. It's really just a tool to be wielded when needed. You see, most people are driven by the mind and not the other way around. They only briefly experience the soul in second doses, maybe minute doses if they're lucky. For example, that's why people, I think, like their pets so much. As they pet them, the mind disappears, everything disappears. It allows the soul to emerge, or to be accessible. To the degree that they experience the soul depends on every person, but for the example I'm giving here, it just basically quiets the mind. And it's really like taking a breath of fresh air for the person. That's something that I kind of learned in my twin flame journey, and definitely stay tuned on that if it's something you're interested in. It's a plot twister. It's nothing that you even think what it is. It's kind of crazy, a paradox. But to keep this video short, love doesn't last. It's not a foundation to necessarily build on, but being is eternal. At what point do we leave the human experience and return? As we ascend here on earth to higher states of consciousness, love seems to disappear along with other emotions, and we move back into the soul once again. And as we return from the soul, we drop beingness back down to the unconscious mind, or somewhere in between. I gave love a shot, and it only shot me back many times. Perhaps we'll try beingness now and see where that takes me. What do you think?